Hello, everybody. This is Fun Police, and I am doing this a bit impromptu, as I'm going to be recording a full run using the brand new commander that just came out, the Destroyer. I did not honestly expect, I don't think anybody expected that we would actually get a 17th commander, and I'm assuming this means we're going to get another 3 on top of that. So that's exciting. We had been waiting on the Technocult beta to actually finish up, and now we're going to, well, we just got it, and then right alongside that, a couple hours before it, the beta also got the Destroyer. The Destroyer himself seems like a really interesting commander. Being 80 HP, 4 DPS, he has poison resistance, immunity to suffocation, he slightly damages nearby enemies. Whenever he kills something, he deals 6 damage to all of them in a room. And then also, he has the downsides of he's unable to repair and unable to extinguish fires. He has 1 armor and 2 weapon slots. He reminds me a lot of the Cannibal, but with different pros and cons. The Cannibal's a bit better even if he's not actively fighting, whereas the Destroyer doesn't have to worry as much about his health, but instead has to worry about just like needing crew to do things for him. So I'm going to try out a different ship that I haven't actually beat on Torment 12 yet, and we're just going to see how this goes. We're using Overseer B for this. I am curious about when we're ever going to get a Overseer, Overseer C. Because we've been waiting on that for a long time, and it has not happened yet. But let's start by just immediately doing this. Quickly move down here. Never mind, they just interrupted that. Probably should swap these because the Bristlehound is more of a threat. Alright, the demons will pretty much clean up. But yeah, I'm gonna try out to just kind of see how the Destroyer feels. We'll see if I can get a win on this. Overseer B is one of those ships that, like, is not, like, super strong, but it's not, like, horrendously bad either. It's kind of, like, middle of the road. There's definitely some things that I think could get a bit better about it, and it would be nice to see some of those improvements eventually. But it's not, like, oh dear God, please help me, that bad. So I think I'm going to go here for the Shaman, because I have 2 Psychers. So I have plenty of room to, like, utilize that, and stuff like Purify and Rejuvenate would be pretty nice pickups. Probably going to end up crew killing most of the stuff here. I'm going to have to call back, because sadly, whatchamacallit is low on health, the Gristlehound. But, I mean, overall, the Destroyer should be able to just board back in and get that kill nice and easy, and then grab the chest. And then, there we go. Nice pickup of scrap. We'll get a nice rest period with the Shaman. Playing it a little close with the Gristlehound. I should not have, like, let it get that low on health, but I thought I could get away with it. I did, but that was a bit greedy on my end. Well, easy pickup on the Rejuvenate. That's a very, very nice spell. A lot better than the Summon Hound. So now I have a consistent source of healing, which is what I was looking for. And then also we can just get the Scribe. And now we have not only a crew member to go sit in that system, but also a very nice Purify. So now our, like, Psyker needs are pretty satiated for the time being. I wish I could probably get a couple regents, like a couple Doom regents would be nice for, like, the mini boss in the future, but I mean, the fact that I had just enough scrap to get those 2 is really nice. So now I can pretty consistently just keep plugging along, don't have to worry too much about a lot of stuff. We'll launch into there, immediately just warp lance that, break it down. This will be an easy wipe of the enemies. pull the crew out. But yeah, overall, the Destroyer does seem like a interesting enough commander. It will be neat to see, where he kind of ends up. Explode on my ship? Oh, because I hit it with the displacement emitter. Wondering why that was happening, but yeah, so I mean, this is overall a pretty nice start to a run here. Don't have to worry too much about like healing or anything like that. Be able to just do this and this. Just leave the liver plants in there because the AI is just being annoying with the Acolyte. He should be pretty much fine. He'll die in a second and it'll be over. There we go. Well, I guess I'll take the heat shielding because otherwise this is a 7 scrap reward, which is garbage. So, purify, fill up the destroyer, make sure it's all nice and ready to go. Probably going to try to go to this mercenary broker next if I get any amount of scrap in these things, because I need like another better... I guess I can fight the prisoners. And we'll board into there. Get a breach going. I'm going to try to bomb into that because I'm assuming the more... Yeah, there's a lot of guys there, so... Nice bit of damage. Pop a rejuvenate in there. Keep the Gristlehound ready to fight. More damage. Shouldn't be a lot left then if they're not... Holy... Okay. Wow. Well, we just, like, solved our porting. Holy crap, that was a good pickup. I guess I'm not going to that mercenary broker anymore. Don't need that shit. Holy crap. Okay, well... That's going to make our boarding extremely strong for the entire game now. So we can pretty much just do what we did last time as well. Get that 10 damage. Hopefully kill off some of them. They're going to suffocate in there. That's great. Yeah, wow, that is an insane early pull. Absolutely crazy. This scribe needs to stop being annoying. There we go. Yeah, just wow. An early Centurion is so good for free. Alright, we're gonna go to this wound. Now, here's one nice thing we get to do with this wound. Is that I can just take these two and I can just load them up, and they're both immune to suffocation, so I can just, like, freely land and go, like, fight this Doom Effigies that's on here. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop it, but... Alright, then we're going to do this, and we'll have the Gristlehound sabotage. Centurion will just handle it. Okay, we're pretty much set. I mean, they're not going to be able to deal, like, any damage. I'll pull that back just to avoid any problems, and then they won't have the damage to do much. Okay. Nice and easy. I guess I'm taking the free double shot. I mean, double Warp Lance is going to put like 4 of those in a room, which is going to almost guarantee demons spawn. So This is shaping up to be a really good run right out of the gate. I don't have a lot of scrap, but I don't need it. I'm getting a lot of good stuff anyway. Alright, we're having orders. Honestly, not a problem. Okay, that's a free weapon. Can't complain about that. Just stick it on the destroyer I got, and then jump on over, and we just keep plugging along. I'm going to try to go to exclusion zones where possible because I want to keep going to the Technocrypts, because in the patch notes, it was noted that they were made a bit harder, which I just want to see how that feels, because in the beta, at least, they were actually, like, quite easy. So I'm just curious, are they actually difficult now, or are we kind of being like duped here? Like, are they still like kind of pushovers, or is it more of like, yeah, this is actually a... Look at that, the explosion damage just wiping the enemy crew out. It's not an awful thing, not the greatest, because it's... Ion's not great when it's got real long charge times, so, but it's at least some scrap, so won't complain. Gonna go to this planetary fortress. I'm definitely strong enough to probably just brute force the whole thing, but I should be able to also, like, you know, like, work my way through it if I need to. I'm gonna go to the machine shrine as well, because this is such a free reward. All you do is you just answer, essentially like a robot, so you don't feel anything, you don't care. And there we go, just a free 25 scrap for it. Plus, we're gonna be able to roll, like, the cyborgs more effectively, which is really nice. So let's start by, I guess, just nuking that room. We'll nuke that room, and then I'll see how things are playing out. I'm gonna try to, well, that kind of sucks. Anyway, we'll just board into that, I guess. I need to make sure the emplacement emitter hits first. Bro, why did teleport there? Really? Like, really? We're gonna do that? That's so annoying. He's gonna just walk down. I'm gonna try... Okay, so we're just, like, full-on fighting this now. That's annoying as hell. We got the med drone. We're gonna have to do some micro to try to not get our guys pulled too much. I'm gonna try to interrupt that, because then I can warp lance it. And then I guess we'll just try to sneak a fight in right there to see if I can't get the equipment. I think I'll be able to, because the knight won't... Yeah, good, they didn't micro... Ooh, that's really good. Alright, we'll just get out of there. But that's really good that we got an Aether gate. That means if I get any decent Psyker, I'm going to be able to perfect board, and I won't need to rely on Launch Bay anymore, so... Another really good pickup. Like, this, again, this is going, like, really well. Which is nice. Because I've actually tried to record this twice now and got dumpstered in the first sector. One time I was trying Overseer B and I got absolutely, like, dogpiled with just, like, the most horrendous, like, first jump. I got Siege Beam and Siege Bombard in one ship, and I was playing with only one crew member and my destroyer, so I died. Well, I had a couple, but I couldn't repair fast enough, and they just broke everything, and then I just bled to death. Contact. Ooh, nice little tribute, and then we also get to do this. Double shot to break down those, and then let's just freely kill everything. Bunch of thralls to bulk out the whole boarding crew. And nice and easy. Nice double reward there. Yeah, I mean, this Centurion makes this so much easier, but overall, Destroyer still seems good. Like, especially if I can get another weapon on him. He's nice and bulky. Is always quite useful. Alright, we're gonna get double damage on shields to quickly bring everything. Tons of death, tons of destruction. Alrighty. So now I'm pretty much just going to try to stop in a shop for once. Probably need to decide which one I'm going to go to. Do I want more Psyker stuff, or do I want more crew and equipment? I'm probably leaning towards crew and equipment, because getting like some shield, a shield for the Centurion, or there's a variety of things I think could be reasonably. Ooh, look at that double scrap reward, nice big one for where we are. All right, let's see, something good. Yeah, pretty nice. Okay, so I'm gonna get the Hex Priest because Technovirus is always like really useful. Just stopping the enemy from repairing is always nice. Riot Shield is a stun, which is gonna go insane on the Centurion. Gonna pick up Power Claw because it's a cheap weapon. Gonna grab an Engineer for cheap repair. And then I'll probably just grab the Blessed Hammer. If I want that, it's not bad. It's not great either. I don't pick up a lot of Blessed Weapons. And it is actually pretty good on the Destroyer himself. And then he can have the Power Claw and that. And now my boarding is really, really good. Also got plenty of room to guys around. Like I can stick there, that there. Alright, that should be pretty good. Nice and big crew, lots of stuff. I'll sell off these breaching charges because I'm probably not going to use them that much. Now let's see, were there anything else I'd want? I mean, Imperial Acolyte ain't bad. He's okay with the Force Shield, gives me some defensives. But I have such good offensive right now, I probably don't need him. I could buy the Servo Husk just to have another guy. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tool slot holders. I don't really need a Servo Husk for any purpose, so I'll just hold on to my scrap and probably put it towards getting Shields 2 in the next sector. We're gonna pop into the exclusion zone. We'll see how this goes. The Destroyer should be really good going into the planetary assaults, and we get the boss right after. That's good. So we'll head towards this. Nice big scrap reward. That makes it very easy to go and just... Alright, we're gonna immediately probably bomb that because the repair is... Like, I'm actually gonna sit here and just let them suffocate because the AI doesn't know Gene Soldiers die really fast. So, I don't even have to, like, do much, and they're just not gonna have any health. And then essentially just pop one here. Just gotta go. Antimatter bomb is more scrap, so I'm just gonna go with that. Better value than trying to like the antidotes aren't gonna do a whole lot, and the less scrap reward is not as useful. Alright, so now we'll hop in here, see what systems we get. I think if we don't get anything great, then we're just going to get Shields 2. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling Shields 2. No, that's great. I don't really need more Really any of this. I mean, Siege Bombard's not bad, but I don't really... I'm not, like, hurting for it. Yeah, the rest of those aren't great. Graviton's, like, okay. I don't have a use for Thrall Pit right now. And then, yeah, none of those are great either. But, yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this. And... yeah, I'll get rid of the antimatter. I'm not gonna... I'm not gonna use that, really. And level 2 shields pretty much makes me immune to most things in these fights. So... alright. Get back to porting. Gonna sneak this in, try to catch that. I guess we're just not gonna... yeah. But I mean, they essentially can't do anything to actually stop me here. They will just die. Everything gets slaughtered, and then they just don't have anything to fight me with. Nice and easy. By hell, we'll fight another vessel. Absolutely we will. Board on in, just immediately bomb that. Okay, we're fine. Alrighty. That could have gone annoyingly bad if the Blood Priest didn't, like, if the Blood Priest was spamming the spears, but overall, like, you know, not a bad set of rewards here. I mean, I think I'm going to try to get the Heavy Disruptor up, though, because I'm realizing I don't really have a great way to, like, if the Warp Lances isn't carrying the fight, I'm going to have a really bad time, and that's not good. This is a case where we need this, and then we're going to just board right into that. Double shot that. It is very nice. I don't have to worry about really much. I'm gonna get that chest, and then... alright, and then the heart's stuck repairing now, so essentially, like, it won't be able to do much of anything. Alright, we get the damage in, and then I'm gonna just pull out, so I do not accidentally let my crew die by being an idiot and ignoring the ship blowing up. Because that happens when you try to let them just sit there and sabotage with demons, because you're not controlling the demons, and I tend to just, like, just completely overlook it, which is the worst feeling in the world. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go for Heavy Disruptor here. I need something to help me in case the fight goes wrong against this Necrobarge that's coming up. Right, where is my boarding, though? Probably right there. I'm going to double hit that. I'm going to fight right here. Stop any repairs. Okay. It's an easy. Need to be careful because Bring the board into weapons and stop this Devastator beam from going off. Okay. We are getting out of there. I am not going to risk losing any of my crew. Alright. Again, another nice double reward. Always love to see those. I'm gonna try to sit here and... Alright, I'm gonna do this before anything else, because I really need the heavy disruptor on. Just so I have some backup. Alright, this... Press the funny button and get out. Okay. Gonna have to probably rely on these regents in order to... Oh, this is a nice, easy, nice slam dunk kill right here. This actually is not that useful to me, to be honest. I don't have any beams, I don't really have missiles. Like, it's okay. I don't know, I think I'm actually just gonna go with, like, the tiny bit of scrap. Like, I could replace Carnivore Hatch, but there's much better modules that I could be at, so I don't think I actually need those. Alright, let me pop the heat up. I hope that in a future patch, like in the next couple patches, we get the ability to find the SDF soldiers and whatnot. Because it is a shame that you're unable to ever get them. Even as rare rewards, they just, to my knowledge, they never show up. Alright, I'm gonna pull my crew out again. Avoid any sabotage disasters. Really don't want to lose because of a commander death. That would suck. Okay. I mean, I got so much scrap. I could probably just get Shields 3 and just, like, be extra safe against the boss. Like, man, I'm not going to any shops, because I'm going to go to the ruins. I mean, I could stop here, but I don't think that's going to help me a ton anyway, so... I'll keep my options open, always best to, but... I mean, it's a free medkit. About that. Okay, we're gonna go to ruins, and then I'll decide whether or not I'm gonna go to fight the major threat. Maybe it's probably a little better to go to the shop, but this is gonna be really easy. Because in all honesty, I just need to pretty much just deploy the Gristlehound there. Deploy him there, and then probably just deploy the Tech Priest there. And down here... So... It is, I think, a bit faster on the Surge deployment than normal. But I don't think that should be a issue. That. Quickly grab. Ooh, fusion charge. That's actually kind of important. Oh my god, that's another insane pull. Holy crap. Alright, he can go back and grab that last chest, and then we get out of the... I also could have just done it right now. There wasn't a need for me to... Okay. Now, crew calls. Okay. Well, we have a really strong boarding party now. Like, really, really strong. I just need to... I guess he is going to hold this, because if I'm going to need... Oh, and they continue. Interesting. Okay, so I think I am going to just literally do this, because I don't have any other scrap to spend up. So now, with level 3 shields, I'm going to be able to really easily sit here and, like, I can play long fights. Like, much longer than you, like, normally would want to. I'm gonna probably need as many regents as I can get. Might even need medkits. So I'm gonna put medkits on a husk. I gotta really soup up for this, I think, because I don't have great offensives into the necrophage. Like, this might be a bit of a struggle. Let's see. Oh, we can get right double boarding into shields is really nice. Now, here's the thing. I'm actually not going to use the warp lands at all. Maybe once the, like, last phase happens, but I don't want to have uncontrollable units, like, boarding. Like, I don't want demons just, like, spamming the hell out of my ships and then causing a bunch of misery. Because that is a way to very quickly... Like, crew killing this is so bad. So we're going to try to ignore that and, like, not do that. Okay, I really need not have... Alright, we're going to get one kill to weaken that, and then we're not gonna... I need them to put that fire out. I don't want fire on the boss fight, actually. Alright, I don't want them to repair shields either. I just need to, like, slowly dismantle this. They can't deal a ton of damage. I have good boarding. They're not going to be able to really deal much damage. Just need to, like, get one teleport up here, though. See whatever that is. That's a decent pickup. Okay, I need to let them do their thing because they're going to be idiots and continually... Yeah, this is going to be a very slow fight. We're going to try to minimize the damage. We're not going to let them kill themselves too quickly because that would be really bad. Because, see, I don't even really need to, like, worry about this. They're not able to, like, deal a lot of damage. It's just a matter of, like, slowly just wearing down this large health pool. See, this is like how you're supposed to fight the Necrobarge. Usually when I'm recording these videos, I, like, just get over antsy in killing the enemy crew, and it results in them, like, killing themselves. Like, see, they're gonna kill them there, but they still have 2 crew members left. So, that's still okay. Like, they're still not able to get a lot of damage on me. I just need to, like, make sure I'm not warping anything. I'm not getting any of these 2 crew members killed. Just slowly wear the health down, and then in the last, like, little push when they get their power back, I can't. Level 3 shields is, like, you know, what's allowing me to do this, though. That's annoying. Why does it keep making fires? Please. Please. Stop making fires. You're gonna kill the damn crew. Why? No! Of all the times to make a bunch of fires, it's gotta be right now. Okay. So I need to get ready to, like, pre-board with a big boarding crew. Because we're about to... I guess it's time to just let the warp lance rip, though, because they're gonna kill themselves no matter what. Like, I'm not gonna be able to like, stop this. I guess I can leave them, though. Like, let the fire spread as much as I physically can. Alright, I got until that skeleton drops dead to do what I can. Alright, I'm gonna let a warp lance rip into here. Because I want to, as quickly as possible, get demons set up. Because this is about to tick over anyway. Next health point. Yep, there we go. Okay, so... And see, because I didn't get the crew kill, the fires actually aren't extinguished. This is the proper way you're supposed to fight the necrophage. I just, again, I'm an idiot when I do it. And I never correctly do it. So... it ends up, I usually, like, am fighting the much harder variant. I should actually pull them back, because it's about to die. I realize what I'm about to do. I'm gonna get my... by being an idiot. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Alright, see, that is a proper... fight. It took it slow, I took a bit of damage, but overall, I got through it really cleanly. Also, there's the heavy translocator, so now we have solved boarding forevermore. Means no shield, but the Centurion doesn't really need it. I can get the shield onto someone else. I'm gonna deload some of these items from weaker crew members, because I don't trust myself to fully save them. Alright. That was a much more clean fight. But that is how you properly do it. You leave the crew alive, you get it down to 8 HP, and then you just try to nuke it with everything you have to finish it off. That was like, you know, I maybe made a mistake, like a tiny mistake, but like that is a proper, that's how you deal with that. Also, don't need the heavy disruptor anymore since we got a Storm 1. So now my armament's also pretty nice, all things considered. This is going, I think, very well as a run. Alright. Now we're on to... I guess just an Imperial sector. I mean, neither of these are really... like, it's just a preference, but... I'm gonna do like a Purify to go Death Cult, but... doesn't really matter. I'm going to a... I'll just go Imperial. I prefer, the healing and all that, if I can get to it. Oh, Shrine. Wow. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so we'll do a Planetary Assault, and then... I'm pretty set up. I'm feeling quite comfy. The only thing would be maybe if I take a bunch of damage, there's a bunch of health, but I have the pairs here. I guess we'll see. This is a scary amount of weapons that I have to. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to get a bajillion breaches going. We're going to use that. And then we're just going to immediately start warping in to grab what we can. There, one there. Haven't detected me yet, so that's good. We're almost done. We're going to take a little hit there, and then we're done, and we're out. Not bad, not bad. Overall, pretty comfy of a action. So yeah, nice reward. Yeah, this heavy translocator is gonna be like the big kill. True heal, better than, well, worse than a fight, but better than nothing, I guess. All right, we're gonna leap forward, knock the shields down. Gonna get that going. I mean, we'll just kill everything, and there's not a lot Psychers can do. And we're up. Alright. Got a plenty of, I don't got a lot of... okay, so I'm gonna go to this shop, see what we get, because if I can pick up a, like, offensive-based Psyker ability, there's a couple things I can pull. Interesting option. I feel like I probably could get an Imperial Magister, because that largely makes my healing adequate. Like, I would have more than enough healing. And I have plenty of scrap to spare. And that also gives me room to now buy one of these. Blood Spear would be really good if I could find a Thrall Pit. And I do have the Blood Priest to make some Thralls, so I could use that in that way. Yeah, I think that's probably a good enough case. And then I'm going to also grab probably 2 Ruinous for the boss, because Warbringers are really good. Right. I think the only thing I'm looking for now are systems. I have not bought, like, any systems for how late I am. So I'm probably going to go to this shop. Or maybe this one, because I could also buy missiles, and I don't have a use for all my munitions. So, yeah, I think we're going to head down. But we're going to do this transport first, because why not? Alright. Do a test as well. Thankfully, the Purify is gonna minimize the impact of everything. They're not gonna have a lot of health to work with. Well, that mortician, that really worked. Okay. An okay little armor plate. I'll put it on the Destroyer. I am noticing the Destroyer is losing a decent amount of health over time. Like, he's not ultra tanky, which might be a bit of an issue with him, because he doesn't have a way to reduce his like, he doesn't have a way to heal or anything like that. But I am kind of noticing that, like, I'm over time just continually, like, losing health with him. So that might actually be a bit of a weakness of the guy. Just having 80 HP is kind of low to start with, and no tools is notable. I'm definitely liking the free explode on kills, though. Like, that's obviously really nice to have. Okay, that's good. I'm probably going to put the exoskeleton on my Centurion, even though I have other better, like, it'd give 5 more health to my Destroyer. I don't feel like I need that, and the suffocation immunity means this boarding party can now easily board into vacuums and whatnot without issue, which is some nice synergy with the Warp Lance. Yeah, I think down here would be best, because I need a heal anyway. Like, you know, I need to get, like, a 10 HP heal. Case in point of boarding into, empty. Okay, that should be enough sabotage. I can now just kind of brute force. Get everybody back and cast a rejuvenate, purify. Rolls. Okay. Well, definitely just going with a reward because Corpse Effigy has no synergy right now. But still off, make sure my ready, and then yeah. So I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. I definitely need a little bit better in terms of armaments. That's the main focus right now. Is I need to ensure that I have the offensive capability to deal damage. So I need to find like a siege system, or I need to find a good missile to work with. There's a couple things I need to work on. Damn. Trying to catch them. Didn't want. Yes, we will have to fight. I guess we'll just do that when we... Put one back. I don't really need everybody there. He does get one health. It's stop right. Okay. Yeah, man, he runs out of health. So that oh shit. Damn it. But yeah, that's actually a bit of an issue. Oh, these thralls are pissed. But yeah, I guess we'll have to sit here for a second while this counts down. This is another thing I hope that maybe in the future gets updated. Because this is kind of annoying having to sit here and wait for spells. Like, there's no danger to me. I'm not taking any damage. There's literally nothing that could ever hurt me. And yet I have to sit here and wait because I'm using Psyker spells to heal and they have a cooldown. So I wish, like, if there was literally no way for danger to hurt you, you could just, like, instantly have everything come off cooldown. Okay, this is a good pickup. These are good pickups to assist. So we're definitely going to get a siege beam, and I'm going to grab a missile bay. That gives me a good amount of firepower, and then we're also going to get this siege missile, because that's a overall very nice. I don't think I need Aether a Gate, to be honest. That's the most sellable thing. I'm going to keep the heavy disruptor around. If I feel like my offensive is really lacking, I might take out the warp lance in favor of it. But yeah, we'll do that, get rid of that. But, okay, this feels a lot better now. I feel a lot more, like, comfortable with the amount of, stuff I'm able to count on for offensive. So, maybe if we could find one more, like, good boarding crew member, that would also be appreciated. It's not, I don't think, crucial, but it would be welcome. Get the demons spawning. Oh, I love fireball spam. So fun. I need at least one power, so the siege missiles are also going. But this feels pretty good. I mean, definitely like getting like the really insane crew pulls have made this insane, and The maw is going to be a good one. This is going to be a large exclusion zone, so got plenty of time, and I get a good ruin into shop. So probably stop at the psychomancy one, and then I just need to roll for systems. Probably that's the main thing I'm gonna for. Immediately here. Double missiles. That is a... Why is the husk there? What the fuck? Okay. Alright, well... I didn't mean to send the husk there, and I almost got his dumbass killed, so... Oh my god, dude. Be glad. Of course it misses. That's fantastic. I'm gonna put a Regents out. I'm kind of worried. Okay, the Storm Cannon 3's down, which is, like, probably the thing that was scaring me the most. Okay, these displacement missiles are also being really I need to stop pulling my damn remembers. I gotta remember I have this guy, too. Okay. Overall, it's not like a massive deal, but it's just annoying. Alright, assuming, and this is assuming. Okay, I do not give a shit about the Thrall, so... Yeah, they couldn't deal a lot of damage as long as I broke the storm thing, but that was an annoying setup from the boss. Probably get someone on the... Put him there, and then I need to... Everybody... Alright. Now we're fine. Little bit of a scary fight, but we're okay. But yeah, that warping of the husk accidentally. Alright. Board in, pretty much can kill everything, no issue. Ooh. So either I get a Mind Bolt, which I don't have a Psyker that can benefit a ton from it, or I could get a bunch of Necro Lurches. Do I need Necro Lurches? I got the 2 Warbringers for the boss, but the Necro Lurches are good if I need to, like, defend my ship. I'll go with those. It won't hurt that bad to have extra capability like that. Well, it doesn't mean I have a lot of... I'll put 2 of them on. Ex-Priest. Yeah, I still feel like my armaments are maybe a bit lacking. Alright. Probably... this. Can't damage shield, so we're just gonna hope weapons gets killed. And then I need to get a heal down. A double heal, actually. Make sure the destroyer stays nice and healthy while we keep killing stuff. They're almost out of health, so... I can't damage it anymore, so I'm gonna take some damage. That just can't be helped. I need like a couple weapons for some of my guys. Nice gold reward there. Alright, let's see. The double blood spear is kind of funny. I don't have a great psyker to go with it. The problem. I could get the greater war seer, which double blood spear with a mind or a soul spear is kind of cool. I mean, that is more damage guaranteed to help break stuff. But the problem is that blood spear doesn't actually scale that well with like more of them. Like usually you want one of them because that's usually enough to like, you know, you get a thrall pit and you get a very consistent damage output. If I'm doing this, I'm gonna do 1 damage every minute with them. That's not good. It's not really worth it. I mean, the soul sphere, I might just grab the greater war seer and then I have an open slot for another whatever I want. I mean, I could even do, like, Blood Curse and have 2 of those. I don't think I need that, but I'll grab him. Another Psyker, another thing to make use of. A little more damage if I need to, like, bring down shields, which is something I'm kind of having issues with. My setup is not exactly super strong going in. Oh, yuck. What a nasty... Why has it always gotta be this, man? I think I'm gonna have to actually just, like, dump the Warp Lance there to break stuff, and then just go nuts with breaking systems down. Get that going. Get a Techno Curse. Blood Curse that. I'm gonna also get the Rejuvenates ready. Because, see, they're gonna suffer more from suffocation than I am, since my guys are immune to it or have a resistance. So these Centurions, because they have a lot of HP, they're gonna be the ones losing way more health. Should be a lot easier to... Now everything's broken. There's a lot of demons. They're out. Top everything up. But yeah, I'm a little worried. Like, for the rest of this run, I'm pretty confident. Against the boss, I'm a little worried. I'm a bit concerned about like having enough damage to go through. I need, if I can find something that like ensures I can help bring down shields or something like that. I need to find like another good crew member or something to really like seal the deal on this whole thing. Hunger missile. Oh, actually a good target. That going. Do that. We'll get a Blood Sphere. We'll get 1 Rejuvenate. We'll get a Blood Curse to set up. That. We'll get 1 damage on shields just because. Get everybody healed up. Ready to die. I don't know why a fire started, but that is kind of annoying. It's gonna a lot of damage. I'm gonna have to actually pull out of this right now. But there's a lot going on that they have to deal with now. The missile, hopefully that hits. Alright, now I can essentially just, like, pump a bunch of damage. kill it really quickly if the game will let me. Oh. Noxious Blast is pretty worthless, but it's, I guess, a little crap at the next shot. Okay. I need to go up, so this would be the last shipyard I can pop into. I'll probably stop in there just to top my health off, make sure I'm not, like, getting too low. Alright. This. Make sure we keep dumping damage. Pop a Purify to stop mind control. I should have purified differently. I'm an idiot. Techno Curse that. Probably gonna. We'll be fine with the storm. Alright, Magister, pop them off. Gonna dump everything. Weapons, make sure that can't be repaired. Get more rejuvenates off. Pop everything up. And then we should just be able to board in and largely kill everybody. Like, they'll get some thralls, but that's not gonna go. Well, neither of those are really good. I don't even feel like I need the husk. I'll just take a little bit of scrap, and then I guess... Who's got an empty slot? You? Take the weld torch. He's in weapons anyway, so he can kind of just, like, fix it a little bit faster. I guess that's a fine use for it. Everybody else can... Stop in here, we'll heal up. I'm gonna put one into power just so I have Siege Beam active if I feel like I need it, but yeah, we're gonna go up and we're gonna go to that ruins, get a big scrap reward. One demon ship because it's got so little on it. But it'll be fine. We'll one there. We'll double warp lance. I guess here to get as many demons as I can, and then we'll put that blood spear there. We'll put that there. We'll put the techno virus on the weapons to make sure it can't for the time being. Pop the shield also, make sure. Alright, and now we're just gonna let the sabotage do its thing. He'll fix that, that's no problem. Okay. We'll warp out of there, and then this should pretty much be over. There. Still going. That is a good tip as well. Boarding in the demon ships is usually a pretty good thing, even though it like seems counterintuitive because you take suffocation damage, especially if you have healing. There's really not a reason to not board, because even just 1 or 2 bits of sabotage damage can be such a difference in making these fights way simpler. Hey, that's not bad. That's a decent weapon. And this guy can... There we go. That's a good pickup. Get a little more damage on the destroyer so he can... Fighting good. We'll just keep on moving. probably put... dump 80 billion spells every time. But it'll be fine because we'll be able to really do too much here. Just gotta kill. Always double kill. That jump. But yeah, I wish I could get like a Hall Reaper or something. Or if I can find like just another double shot, something to replace the bolt cannon. Ooh. Okay, so I mean, I'm gonna do this. I would prefer, if the Greater Warseer dies, I would prefer not to lose my Rejuvenate alongside that one summon, but well. So this is a gold event where you sacrifice one of your War Cult crew members at random, and they die, but then you get a Chaos Knight. And Chaos Knights are, like, it's always worth it to do this. Like, even though I did just lose healing, like, look at this. Now my boarding is, like, ultra mental. It's ultra crazy good. So, it's always good to do this, but now I do need to worry a bit about my healing. But I do have a couple medkits to kind of augment this, but yeah, overall that was really good to have. Now my boarding is, like, essentially set. That sets my boarding up for everything. Like, there's nothing that's going to be able to beat this. This is so much damage, and we got a Warseer. Okay. Not bad. A little bit of stun is never something to complain about. Or something. Maybe stick them a little, like, kind of back here with shields to repair them faster. But, yeah, overall, still just moving along. Gonna immediately do this. Need the warp. Probably not gonna actually send the Chaos Knight because I would rather send the suffocation immune guys to go do stuff. We get as much damage on shields as we can. This, do this. Pop that. I need to get out of there. Bunch. I don't want to sacrifice too much health, so the second I get like another bit of damage. Alright, we're out. And then we'll just do this. You can Technovirus the heart, by the way, and that guarantees that they'll never be able to do anything. So now we just fire everything, and that's all good. Rejuvenate, top everybody up. Now we're gonna wait here for 15 seconds while we watch this happen. Mag Pulse is actually pretty good here. It's a decent shield stripper, which I could combine with. I could take out like either the displacement field or the bolt cannon for it. Oh, I need that. The destroyer can go kill the demon. And slow on the car there, but pop them up. I might need to kind of like consider looking for a med bay or finding some other healing if I can. I guess it'll depend on what exactly I'm facing. Okay, so all we need to do here is we just need to break a couple things, see what's going on. So gonna honestly, I can fight all of this if I wanted to. I don't really need to, say. So I can have him just immediately warp here. Grab that. Yeah, Flex Breeze ain't bad. It's okay recruit unit. I am gonna have to fight this, is the main thing, so we'll have to figure that out at some point. But did that. I guess we'll just throw another thing here to put more demons out that could go be fought. I need to put on somebody who can hold an item. Husk can hold a Howling Reap. And then recall. Have to. Essentially, we will have to probably kill that Pit Lord because it's going to be annoying. Constantly running around. Because I got to kill this Necrolurch. So either send two guys that can teleport. We'll go get other chests. These two are going to board and yes, go here and then just fight their way there. Alright, I'll let them fight it out. They can go get that. I'm gonna get... I guess I'm just gonna try to get one there. Corpse away. The Pit Lord just stopped fighting. That's funny. I wonder why that is. Oh, because he's waiting for the other demons to... That makes sense. Okay. I thought he just, like, decided he was done fighting and he just didn't want to do it no more. Bye, rejuvenate. I guess probably best to stick, like, the Flux Priest. Maybe, I guess, in shields would be fine. Yeah, that should be fine, and then... Those surges do come on kind of fast. Not, like, disastrously fast. Like, I still think they're probably a little too easy. I wish the Pit Lord would, like, randomly warp onto your ship or something. Oh, we could do Storm 3, but that's not a good idea. But we could do it. There's a lot of good stuff here, wow. I'm thinking Hull Reaper, Thrall Pit, Energy Beam, and then try to max out the levels on Thrall Pit to get the Blood Spear going. That also gives me, like, more bodies to throw at stuff. Because I would have... 570 scrap that would cost. I'd have, like, 60 left. I think that's fine. That's enough to get a little bit of power. So this, we're gonna do this. I buy that. So that means I can buy the I can sell the disruptor. I can sell the bolt cannon. Get this in there. Question is, do I want the build or do I want the pulse? I probably want the pulse, to be honest, because now I have much better offensive, and the field emitter is not needed. The mag pulse will deal a better job at doing that, and that means I don't have to spend any more on that, so I can instead focus entirely on just getting these Thrall Pits up, which will turn this Blood Spear into really nice offensive power. Also get rid of that, because I don't need it. Okay. Going relatively well. I think it. But having that Thrall Pit there... Yeah, I feel like this will be a pretty easy win in most cases. Maybe Barge is a little annoying depending on, like, how much... Like, how powerful my crew is, but I got a lot of crew. Big thing. Okay, it is, Doom Engine. Okay. Alright, we'll see how this goes. I feel like I'm still in a relatively good spot. It's just going to be a matter of effectively... Alright, let's see. Dump that in there. This, do this. Blood curse. Done, so... I try to get the kills quickly. Demons can start stacking up there, which will help also. That guy. I think I've done enough damage. I don't need to be porting anymore. So now I can just Mag Pulse, Storm 1, cleave this, and just start stacking damage. And I can also Hull Reaper real quick to get more damage. And then I'll probably Siege Missile as well to make sure as little damage is taken as possible. Continue to Blood Spear stuff as well. Alright, now pretty much will be dead. Second we get Team 1 back up. Yeah, I should be fine on healing because it's the engine. Like, that's not going to be a big in terms of it. One more heal. Try to top the Chaos Knight off when I can. I'm gonna go up because obviously it gets me the chance of shops. Even though I don't know if I'm actually gonna go to shops, I kind of need to just invest in upgrades and whatnot. Immediately go in there. I'm gonna just break that as quickly as possible to minimize the chances of it annoying me. Stun. Blood Curse. Stop repairs there. Pop that. You should largely take very little damage here. Nice. Double Rejuvenate. So we got 1, 2, 3, at best 4 more jumps to gather the scrap I need. So I need 30 scrap more for this, and then I'd really prefer to get probably these 2 upgrades, like maximize my offensive power. I probably don't, I'm probably not getting Shields 4, that's too expensive, and I cannot get any more systems, so I don't really care about that. We're going to maximize offensive and probably try to rush down the Doom engine overall. I still have those repair hull integrity patches, so that's actually pretty nice as well. That'll make it easier for me to keep healing and all that, or like keep my ship alive while I try to race the Doom engine. Someone also, I still have a fusion charge as well tucked away, so that'll also be good. Okay, block that, do that. That's a lot of Centurions, holy shit. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to just kind of ignore those guys for a moment. I can start, hurting them through suffocation at least. Probably gonna do this to try to as many kills as possible. Okay, now that they're dead, I can bring good enough crew back to deal with that. What? A little low on health, which is a bit concerning. I'm gonna put a med kit on one of these guys. I think I actually want to go to a shop. I feel like I want to try to roll for another rejuvenate or something. Or maybe just, like, find another psyker to help out with stuff. Like, if I could find another acolyte, that would be good. Something to help my boarding. You know, there's a decent number of things I can roll here, and it gives me a point to heal everybody up. Well, there's a magister. Oh, that is expensive, though, for the healing. I don't think I can justify doing that. I will probably buy the second soul spear, though, and maybe a husk to hold some of these items. But otherwise, I don't think I'm gonna do... Yeah, I'm gonna get another soul sphere, put it on this guy. This is my last shop, so I need to kind of get everything in order. I'm gonna grab one of those, because a husk to just spam a couple summons is good enough. Let's see. Who can hold what? So holding stuff, And I really do not have a lot of room for guys that can hold stuff. So that kind of sucks. Like, he probably won't use the welding torch. I'll probably have him holding, like, drone. Or one of the summons. I want somebody with a fusion charge to help knock down the shields the second time around. Do I want the other Hex Priest? I mean, blocking more repairs is never a bad thing, but do I have the... I don't have a lot of scrap, and I need to, like, further upgrade my capabilities. So I don't really want to do much more. I actually don't have a reason to have the riot shield here. It's not working out here. So I think I'm gonna be able to... I think I'm gonna keep these two regions, and I'm just gonna use them in the next fight. You know, just kind of like bulldoze this last jump. Because I'm not gonna get to use them otherwise. So why not, like, get the hounds out? I can put 2 Necrolurches on the enemy ship to kind of mess with them. Because I have 2 open slots. Then it'd be a question of, do I want this extra med kit or not? Or would I rather have 2 Necro? I'd probably want 2 Necro. So actually, I'm going to use a healing drone right now. And then he can hold those. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need any of those. I mean, the only thing would be the force shield, which I could do. That is a backup against the Doom engine. It's actually a pretty good one. But I don't know. I like the Psychic Shriek to help the offensive. I guess the Blood Priest is probably the weakest spellcaster. Yeah, I'll buy the full. I'll put the extra force shield on him, and that will help to protect kind of this little area, which will be good. probably have it like this. Then I have that and that and alright, and then I have these items, and I'll use up the next ones in the next couple fights. So I'm probably not going to get everything upgraded that I want, but we'll be decently close. Okay, now we just warp onto there, just send it full on. That. Up. Little less damage. Alright, I need to pull off that. I do not want... Oh. Fire's out of control on them, so they'll just die to this. Oh. Alright. And heal. Definitely taking the big scrap because I need another level to get the Thrall Pit up, and then I need another level to get Siege Beam ready. So this is baseline. So if I could get another 30-ish scrap, it'll be ideal, because then I can have... Actually, I don't need the launch bay either, so... Oh shit, I just misclicked. Oops. Okay, well now I need 30 scrap to get this up. Oops. Shit, I did not mean to... I was clicking too fast. Okay, little bit of a mistake. It'll lower my damage a tiny bit. Should still be fine. If I die because I don't lose the damage, that is just because I messed up right there. But, it should be fine. It should be, you know? Alright. Everything going. Here is where I can spam a couple of these regions, because I'm not really going to need them. Break everything. Get the big warp into weapons. That'll kill pretty much everything. See where they end. Probably should have sent... Kill that. Alright, nice and easy. Hold down. Now I just need to heal up and equip items, and we're gonna go fight the boss. So, let's see. You hold that, because you're the one bulky guy. Someone... Medkits. Thought I had another... Auto-equip. Guess not. Okay. Well, I guess this one necrotizing agent is not going to get used. Alright, let me make sure I have everything lined up as I like that. That's the setup. Okay, we should be able to handle this. We have good boarding that's going to immediately bomb into one of their most annoying, right into shields. That. We're going to get a Necro Lurch there. We're going to get a Warbringer. Which one is the 4-shot volley? Yeah, so we're going to get a Warbringer right there immediately. Start dealing damage to stuff. I didn't get the Purify on him. I should have... Okay, whatever. It's fine. I'll dump one Warplant shot into this room to stop that summon on top of other things. We'll immediately get the shields up. I need a gun. Wow, that's 2 Chaos Knights that boarded. Okay, okay. Just need to kill a little bit more. Okay. Now we're gonna warp back. We're gonna deal with this. Gonna follow us. Alright, it's fine. I need to start dealing damage. I need to maximize damage. So probably a cut like this. Cut like that. That there. Missile there. I need to get the siege beam going. I also realized I didn't upgrade the siege beam. Fuck me. I am a moron. Grade A, stupid. Alright, that stupid ass Doom method not exist anymore. Now we need to start also. Okay, this is gonna be one of the bad moments. It's gonna hurt. Doing okay. Interrupt that. Interrupt that. Need Hall Reaper not be broken. Oh fuck, they got the Indian. Great. Eye on the fucking. Oh, I'm gonna get a heat off. I'm gonna go back. I need to walk these down. Okay, everybody just needs to get out of the damaged rooms. Fine, we're gonna get a rejuvenate off there. Top everybody off. That's gonna be all worry about. Walk 2 people down there. Set up that. Set up. Put a stun on him so he dies quickly. Okay, now we're back to this. Where's my guy with fusion charge? Up there, okay. He does need to die quickly, please. Need oxygen badly. Okay. Get a little damage protected. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, this hurts bad. It's okay, we're alive for the moment. Oxygen is back up, we will be back to normal here shortly. Yeah, this knight is gonna go up here, we're gonna get the shields down. Shields are down. I need to damage while I can. Just game. Alright, we need to actually hit doors, so we're gonna blast that. And only to hit a 3. Need to just keep hitting 3. Desperate to get fixed. The last rally, I need a recall. Okay, hold on. We're almost there. Okay. Right, it's alright. I mean, pretty really close. Very, very freaking close. I'm gonna go down there to get this. This needs to fucking right now. Shit. That's bad. He's really close to dying. Another thing dead. I don't give a shit. Really could care less. Alright, if I live this, I think we're fine. We might not live this, though. Oh my god, okay. We're gonna stay nice and calm. Okay, everything's chill, man. We're fucking chilling on 1 HP. It's okay. Okay. 3 damage. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, yeah, I almost threw that because I didn't upgrade the siege beam. That was stupid on my part. That would not have been as close if I had the siege beam dealing double damage, because that boss would have died before that 3rd barrage. I got pretty fucking lucky there. That was not the best Doom Engine fight I've had. But we did win, so thumbs up. So I guess overall, my thoughts on Destroyer, I guess he's an okay one. I wasn't impressed as much as I thought I would be. Like, he has good attacking stats, but he feels kind of like a cannibal to me. And I would almost say he's like... Yeah, I don't know. Is he worse than the normal cannibal? I don't think so. But he's, I think, pretty close, because he's not strong enough on his own. Like, 80 HP is, like, passable, but he can't get any shields, so he's not able to effectively, like, reduce enemy DPS. He doesn't have any way to board on his own, meaning you have to find something else to board with him. And, you know, the extra benefits are okay. Like, he gets a little bit of cleave, which ain't bad, and he gets a little bit of extra damage when killing stuff, which both are good, but, like, I don't know, he just... Like, he's fine, but I don't think he's actually, like, super strong as a commander. Which I'm fine with, because the other commanders that came out, like Capitalist and Harris, like, the last couple ones were giga nuts, you know? Like, and they had to get nerfed. I feel like Destroyer's probably not going to be super powerful. So, I mean, he's fun. It'll be a fun, different commander if you want to try, like, a different cannibal. because he's got a better, like, baseline than Cannibal, but Cannibal ramps up. Like, that's the one benefit of Cannibal, is that, like, when you get to the boss, the Cannibal's probably the single best commander for the boss, because you get kill after kill after kill after kill. He never runs out of life. He's slowing everything. He's ramping up his DPS. You know, it's not uncommon for a Cannibal to be at, like, 15 to 20 DPS by the end of, like, a fight. So, yeah, I mean, it's a fun commander, you know, and the Technocrypts are, I think, ever so slightly harder, although I would say that they're still probably a bit too easy. I don't know, it feels like I don't have a lot of pressure still, but overall, they're good additions to the game. Like, overall, I like this, but yeah, that's going to be it for this run of checking out some of the new stuff in Update 14. I guess let me know down your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments as to what you think of the Destroyer. Have you gone to the crypts yourself? You know, I guess just give me your thoughts on this update if you've played with it. But otherwise, thank you watching to the end. Like and subscribe for more Void War content, and I hope you have a good day.